Hello there, come this way and I'll introduce you to the mysterious ancient world of Lemuria, a forgotten dynasty. Follow me and I'll show you around. We can make adventure together. You will see that the ancient world of Lemuria was not so different to your world. Yes, at the starting point, the technology may be primitive, but society is fully functional. Granaries grind grain, and mills saw timber. Populations rise as time goes on, progressing from small hamlets to large bustling cities. Considering that the average Lemurian's lifespan is around 800 years, unless he or she meets an untimely end, of course, many are privileged to see these habitations flourish, from a small village to a mighty metropolis. Trading between antediluvian habitations is plentiful. Precious metals, fabrics, food, oils and metallurgy are all on offer, for the most part produced cheaply in smaller habitations and sold at a profit in larger ones. One can mine and gather their raw resources like wood, stone and food. These items can be further crafted or traded. They can also be used as primary resources for construction. You will come across many neutral, self-governing habitations as you navigate the world map. One of those habitations is set in stone, the ancient city of renown, Beshat. The king of Pison, who resides at the palace there, has issued a decree to summon all Scythian tribesmen to the palace. Just in case you didn't know, being of Scythian descent, that includes you. Now, we all know that trouble and wickedness is growing in Lemuria of late, with each day that passes, it would seem. Bandits, zombies and giants are ever prevalent. Travelers and traders run a risky business, even here in the safer parts of Lemuria. Only the toughest even survive in this challenging world these days. I fear that this recent decree from the king will even put the fiercest and most resolved of brothers to the test. I fear having to leave my home and having to face those animals. And to put it bluntly, so should you. I encountered a giant in Kandahar, but even its temperament wasn't as cold and merciless as one of these Canaanite gods. Rumor has it that they are on the move. The king's emissaries have seen multitudes of them maneuvering towards us in the east and the west. They approach the rivers bordering our lands on either side. The king will surely call all men to oppose this impending threat. Warriors and builders are needed. Crafters and merchants must multiply their revenues in order to contribute to the war. Righteous men of Pison must band together if they are to survive any time at all. They have to be careful to keep not only the favor of one another, but also the favor of their God, Elohim, who is wholly displeased with the wickedness of men. Seers and prophets have spoken of his whole displeasure of the dealings of men, Canaanite and Scythian alike, and have even spoken of a coming judgment, a great cataclysm that could bury our world forever. Being an optimist, I always hope that as men we can find a way to settle our differences without the use of violence and live in harmony together, as things once were, you know? All that mentioned, I have my doubts that things will transpire in this way, given the ferocity of our Canaanite rivals and their hell-bent intent on our utter destruction from the face of the earth. Years pass, seasons come and go. Healthy competition leads to inflation, and the world becomes a challenge to survive. Iniquity spreads throughout the land like a tempest, motivated by desperation, survival, greed, and nefarious evil. Many hide in Thea hometowns, daring not to venture into the perils of Lemuria. An occasional festival might lift the spirits of some and even motivate them to travel to other habitations. But even this can be wrought with danger, as highwaymen and robbers are always seeking to exploit the festivals for their own gain. The Lemurian guard may be posted to repel such types, which is effective for the most part, but will not stop them entirely. Great prices, plentiful goods, and friendly Lemurians make the festivals certainly worth a visit when they arise. If one is to survive in Lemuria, it might be a good idea to become of good report amongst Scythian tribesmen. You build up a reputation in each habitation that you discover. Befriend its inhabitants, gain their respect, and your prestige will increase accordingly in their hometown. It's better to impress and gain the respect of certain prestigious members of society. If they are liked and of good prestige in their town, so also will you be. If they are disliked, the same applies. You can find yourself disliked in a place if you are friends with Lemurians of low prestige there. If the habitation is righteous and you are not, this will affect your reputation there, and vice versa. In any given habitation, completing quests, trading, befriending prestigious people, and defending it from infestations and invasions will all see you exalted amongst its people. This will lead to better trading rates. Quests of higher risk and reward become available, as you are granted counsel with its governor. There are many intricate dynamics like this in Lemuria. There is so much to discover about the workings of this world. Once you have gathered resources, mulas, coin, and perhaps established some loyalty with some Lemurians who are skilled at construction, you may seek to build your own habitations.